Well, obviously, way too many penalties that hurt us, some critical penalties in the game. I thought we had some good energy, made some plays offensively and defensively, but too many big plays on the defensive side. Every time we got within 10 points, it kind of went over our head. Or they made a big play, and then we had some early turnovers in the game that shifted the momentum of the game.
Questions?
Jake, what were some of the issues that their offense presented for the defense?
I don't know, they're a good offense, they have high tempo, and we knew that coming in. I know they're a good team, just had to make my plays.
Darrel, just what was your message after this game to your team?
Well, I think the message was that we can't let these things happen to us. And we have to make sure we go back to work as the guys that are coming back and do all the things that we need to do so it doesn't happen to us again.
Darrel, 12 games into the season, you alluded to the penalties, but a lot of them seemed maybe to be penalties of emotion or frustration. As you look back, you'll watch the film, but is that maybe a good analysis that they were penalties of all the frustration?
You just can't have penalties like that in this type of game. You know you're going to have high temper with all your guys because it is a rivalry game, but those are the things that you have to sustain not having those penalties. And we did not do a good job there. We had probably 3 or 4 personal foul after the play penalties, and those were not good.
Danny, what happened this season? A lot of people thought this could be a special season. What happened?
I don't really have, I don't think a simple answer for it. If I had it, I'd tell you. But, for me, I feel like this has been such a great opportunity for me and something I've wanted all my life. And shed a lot of blood, sweat, and tears for this program. And, it's a tough way to go out, but at the end of the day, it's a privilege to be a Boilermaker.
Markell, just kind of take me through your year, first time going through this, what you learned, and you see the emotion that Danny has, and going forward, how you get this program on the right track.
I've learned that we have a long ways to go still, and looking towards individual, that doesn't really matter to me. We want to get this team on track, and I think that we're going to have a good off season and just continue to fight. And we're not going to continue to settle for this type of season. So I don't really care what I did. It's just about what this team's done, and we're going to continue to fight for guys like Danny that have so much emotion and passion for this team.
Austin, plays to be made, you made a lot of plays today, but did you feel like maybe a couple of things you missed, a couple of deep balls, deep throws that could have changed, flipped the momentum?
I think when you watch the tape, and I think in every game there's things that you wish you could have back or you wish you would have hit it. I'm proud of our offense today. I think we competed from the first snap to the last snap. I'm really, really proud of these guys and the way that they fought for me all day, starting up front, the running backs, the tight ends, the receivers. At no point did I have any doubt that if we were battling, if we were giving up. I'm truly blessed to be out there with my teammates and to send these seniors out. I wish it would have been a little bit different. I wish we would have got a couple more plays and maybe brought it down to the last drive. But all in all, I'm proud of how we fought today.
Darrel, where were the difficulties on defense? I think they gained more yards against you guys than anyone ever has in program history.
Well, that one, the last long touchdown pass they had, we were in half-field coverage, and one of the safeties didn't get off the hash, and they ran a seam route. They had a guy running release outside, and we never just got over top of it. We hit some big runs on us. I don't know if there was any one specific thing. I think there was a few things, but those are the things that you have to do better.
Jake, it seemed like there were several drives where you were one play away from getting off the field 3rd and 10s, 3rd and 11, 4th and 5, and they just made a play to keep those drives alive. How big of backbreakers are those when you realize, you know, we did our job for 2 plays, but we couldn't do it for the whole series, and they were able to sustain long drives?
Yeah, I can hurt. We just, I think the most important thing is just to keep fighting. Mistakes are going to happen in football. You know, I'm proud of our defense. I think we just kept fighting.
Darrell, what needs to change?
Well, we'll take a long look at things. I'm not going to answer that right now. We'll evaluate every single thing from A to Z and make sure we make the appropriate changes that we need to make sure this program moves forward and where we all want it to be.
Darrell, how quickly do you anticipate making changes to the coaching staff?
But like I said, I'll evaluate things after we're done here, and we'll let you know if we make any changes.
What's the message to the fans going into this off season, many of which have lost confidence in the program right now?
Going into this upcoming offseason?
Yeah, what's the message to the fans now? Many of them have lost confidence in the program.
Well, I think they got to stick with us, and I think we'll see the progress of the young guys that are coming up the ranks, and we'll get it flipped. And I understand where they are. I understand where their mindset is, and we haven't been successful the last couple of years, and we'll get it fixed.
Markell, as one of those young guys, I mean, what do you think for the future of this program?
What do I think for the future of the program? I think we got a bright future. I mean, it's probably cliche to say, but I mean, I think that just seeing how the way that the guys in my room work, the way the guys in my class have been working, the way the entire team's been working, I know that we're not going to continue to be complacent with these type of seasons, you know. And so, you know, I think that we're on the up and up, and you know, we're going to continue to have a good off season, like I mentioned, and we'll be fine.
Danny, can you kind of speak to Austin's confidence from the get-go today? Obviously had a very good stretch to start there, and made a lot of big plays today.
Yeah, that's just the kind of guy he is. He came into Iowa and didn't miss a beat. He hadn't played for I don't know how many weeks, and that's just a testament to his character and his dedication and his will to win. And it's been a pleasure playing with him for these last few years. It's been a blast.
Darrell, the last few weeks seems like your offense made some strides. You've been making a difference as a quarterback, but defensively, just watching it, just seemed like there were some problems late in the season. You lost Bentley, but are you more concerned about fixing the defense right now than you are fixing the offense?
No, I'm concerned about fixing everything. Our Achilles heel on defense has been the third down situations all year long, and we have not been able to get off in those situations. For whatever reason, there's been a lot of things that kept us on the field, but we have to fix everything. We can't just look at one isolated area and say that this is the thing that needs to be fixed and the program's going to be fixed. That's not the case. That's not where we are right now. So we have to take a broad scope and make sure we fix everything that needs to be fixed.
Just what can you tell us about injuries? You were without 2 starting offensive linemen today and lost a couple of free safeties, I think, and some others. What's the status?
Yeah, Hedling couldn't go and King couldn't go. Those are two of our starters, which obviously puts a lot of pressure on those other guys. And then we lost 2 of our safeties throughout the course of the game, both with ankles. Brandon and Robert Gregory both went out with ankles. I'm not sure if we lost anyone else.
Just the pressure that they got off the left side of your offensive line, just a product of having 2 different guys at left tackle and left guard.
Well, I think the first sack came against CERN and got a good jump off. The defender got a good jump off the snap count, and CERN just didn't kick sec well enough. But then I thought he settled in and blocked him pretty well. And then late in the game, the pocket started collapsing on Austin. So we'll take a look and see what happened.
Is there one more from anybody? Thank you.